fasting. قالت إني نذرت للرحمن صوما. She said, I vowed, I took a vow to Ar-Rahman like to fast. And what is fasting? فلن أكلم اليوم إنسيا. I'm not going to talk to any humans today. Like I can talk to God. So you're not talking. She will not talk for one day. It was a form of fasting for some nations before us. Obviously, it's not. You can practice it your own, but not in a form of ibadah or something. But that was before. فأتت به قومها تحمله. I'm not actually sure about that. I'm not sure. Was it before?
She was even pregnant.
They used to practice a lot of things, and even they added some of them.
To her virtue, it added to her virtue in the eyes of Allah. That was my understanding of it.
So yes, silence is so good, but silence in the sense of not having anything going on even in your mind is probably dangerous. A meaningful silence is always better than meaningless words. Sometimes you have this shahwa or desire to talk and say a lot of words, but a meaningful silence, in this case, especially in the case of ghadab, you're angry. When you get angry, know for sure that if you talk, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to say things that you would regret later on. So you're better in that state of silence to just not talk. How should you do that? If you are in the same place, the same situation, face to face with the person you're angry with, you will have to talk. And when you talk, you will say bad things. So Islam is telling us change the position. If you are sitting down, maybe you stand up. If you are inside, get outside. Make wudu. Take shower. That's what he's saying, because change the condition. Do not just, you are in a room with the same person or in the same table with the person you pick up a kind of fight or argument with, and you say, I'm going to be silent. No, you're not going to be silent. Just get outside, go take a walk or something. And married people, this is a very good advice for them to just, somebody should get outside, otherwise it's going to
When he's happy, you should
develop.
be cold, you should calm each other down, because it is said that when the husband and wife fight, the shaitan comes and is happy.
Exactly, exactly. Muhammad Ali said, silence is golden when you can't think of a good answer. Silence is golden when you cannot think of a good answer. Silence is a fence around wisdom. Wise people will always not be talking too much. They will be
Listen.
silent and listening and reflecting and things like that.
Extrovert versus introvert. Outcast.
Okay.
Talking.
That's when
That's American culture.
no, but it's not only an American culture. If that person did not choose to be silent, he is forced or she is forced to be silent. They have to build something first in their personality, confidence and things like that. But when you choose to be silent, when you are in a able to talk and everything, we're talking about a different level of respect. Yes, I know what you're talking about, but this is the circle of, I don't want to, street people, street guys, gangster in some places. The louder you get, the more dominant you become. But there's always people in probably any class that and everybody knows that they respect. They will go to them to seek their opinions and talk to them. And those people will not be the loudest. They will be actually the least they talk. They will be needed in certain situations, not when we have these kind of silly talks. No, they're people of weight somehow. Yes, and usually the first description or feature of those people is going to be the opposite of the other people who look dominant and popular and stuff like this. So when you are, for example, you need some help with somebody of weight, of wisdom or something, you're not going to go to that person of loudest voice. You're going to go to the other person who is,
or even with trust.
Right. And people do not like them. Yes, they are dominant. They might be dominant somehow, but they are not liked. Even those who go with them, they go with them because of that kind of They are dominating them.
And they're
Yes, exactly. They will try. Everybody will try to say, to fit in with that group, And the way to do that is just accept that kind of culture. But people of wisdom will always. This is a German proverb: silence is a fence around wisdom. Okay. And if we, my silence means I'd rather talk to myself than you. When I'm silent, I'm thinking inside, I'm thinking within. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to myself when I am silent. He who does not understand your silence will probably not understand your words. Because again, it should mean a lot, very close friends, husband and wife, people who have some kind of chemistry with each other, they will understand even not your words, but even your silence. Your silence means that you are happy now, or you are not. Right? Okay. Young girls, do you have anything to enrich our talk? Silence. They are teaching us. Okay. Keep your mouth closed until your mind is in gear. That's what what you refer to is think about what you say first. Remain silent, which is the hadith of the Prophet. Man kana yu'minu billahi, whoever believes in Allah in the last day, فَلْيَقُلْ خَيْرًا, he should say good or remain silent. So think about what you're saying. If you think it's good to be said, then you can say it. Otherwise, a word, it should go to the mind first and then should come to the tongue. But if it bypasses the mind, the brain, and comes to the tongue, you don't want this to happen because a lot of words will be there that you, yes. Okay. All right, let's reflect on this, inshallah, the power of silence, and practice it. And remember the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ that he said to Mu'adh, one of his friends, he said, Ya Rasulullah, like he was talking about the tongue and the importance of not choosing the words and not saying bad words. And he said, وَإِنَّا لَمُؤَاخَذُونَ بِمَا نَقُولُ, we're going to be held accountable for what we say. It's words, just words that we say.
As if they're actions.
Yeah, he said, ثَكِلَتْكَ أُمُّكَ يَا مُعَاذ وَهَلْ يَكُبُّ النَّاسَ. Watch what you're saying. What do you say? What do you think brings people most to the hellfire, being dragged on their face, other than this? And he hold his tongue. It's their tongue. It's their tongue. Your tongue. If you remember right now some words that hurted you or hurt you, you can remember tens of words. Yes, I remember this time she said that. That was rude. That was mean. That was bad. It hurts. So if that is the case, that means that this person shut their mouth at this time, not say that word, you will not be hurt. So all it takes is to keep that giant thing in there.
Control.
Yeah, keep it under control. And on the other hand, think of the best people. When I say the sweetest person, the nicest person to you, think about that. Have somebody in your mind. Think of the sweetest, nicest person to you. Don't say the name of that, not even after the halakh. Maybe later, inshallah, you can say. Did you think of somebody? Everybody thought of somebody? You did? I guarantee, I challenge you now, that this person is going to be always speaking the nicest. Am I right? So what makes you the sweetest and the nicest to everybody else is to speak nice. Choose your words, your good words. That person that come to your mind right now, and think about that, I'm 100%, I'm positive, sure about it. This person doesn't say almost never bad things to you.
Even if it's the truth, he would to conceal his brother's secrets because it does not concern him.
Right, right. So they wouldn't curse, they would just, how they would be recognized as nice or sweet by others? Because they speak nice. you know. And again, speaking is like al-maghrafa, I don't know what is that, you know, the big serving spoon, when you have a big halla container or something, and then you get it in there to get the food inside. So your tongue works like this big serving spoon in there. If it's getting bad things, if it's saying bad things, it's getting it from within you. You carry bad things in there. But if it's getting out good things, كل إناء بما فيه ينضح. Every container should drip out of it what? What's inside it. So what's coming out, dripping out, or coming out of the mouth of somebody is good. What's they think good. Their heart is good. Inside of them is good. But if somebody is always left and right, they're hurting others, shouting at others, cursing others, hurt. The inside of that person is not good, because this tongue is just like this. Think of this kind of big spoon, serving spoon. It's just getting you what's in there, what's inside them. And I like also something you said. It's actually a hadith, I believe, that if the tongue of the person is straight, is good, the heart is straight. Right? So it all starts with that tongue is there. If the heart is straight, the tongue will be straight. And if the tongue is straight, then your actions, you're not gonna see bad actions there. A lot of bad actions in your record of things. Anything else before we close? Okay. After you go home, inshallah, maybe right now, inshallah, I am probably friendly with some of you on Facebook. Okay.
This is good. Where you're getting
Let's post something good. Okay?
Yeah.
Anywhere in Facebook. That's one thing. Post something positive, something good, sweet, nice. That's one. That's homework. And item 2 is when you go home tonight, before you go home, after I finish right now, say something nice and good to each other. You know, not only compliments and stuff, but practice that. And then when you go home, first thing you say to your father and mother and whoever is there at the house, say something good. That's now we are learning, you know, to say good. That's actually a homework from last week. Al-kalima al-tayyiba, or the good word. And also in this week, until next week, inshallah, try to think of that and practice it your own way. Silence. Remain silence. Silence. And think about this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, yes, He gave us the Quran. One time, communication is in there. But how many times Allah talks? Now, in this life, we talk. Creation. He let the humans talk and say whatever they say good, they pray, they read Quran. Or they disbelieve and say bad things, and it's over. Everybody can say whatever they want. He doesn't talk. He talks, read the Quran, and he gives his message, that's it. But now he's not talking to us. He's not telling us. He's listening. He is collecting whatever we're saying, whatever we're doing. But in the day of judgment, it's going to be the opposite. Nobody can talk. Nobody talks. Except with the permission of Allah. Only Allah talks. He said, I listen to you, you know. I got everything. Now, يَوْمَ يَأْتِي لَا تَكَلَّمُ نَفْسٌ. The day that this time or day when it comes, لَا تَكَلَّمُ نَفْسٌ. Not a single soul will speak. إِلَّا بِإِذْنِ, except by His permission. So everybody will be waiting. We talk enough in this dunya, but it's all collected. It's all recorded with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in the day of judgment, He will speak. So we hope, inshallah, when He speaks to us, He speaks the nicest. And He said, you have done the best, you have spoken the best, you have listened to good things and said good things. And obviously the actions will be a reflection of that good things that you're welcome to my Jannah. That's what, inshallah, what He will tell us in there. Okay, I'm very happy that you guys showed up, and I hope, inshallah, you